Hello everybody, how are you today? It is a Saturday here. I don't know when you guys are going to see this, but right now here is a Saturday. And that means I'm going to go filming with the boys. Heading over there pretty soon. But I had a couple of minutes before we head out, and I got a little peckish. So we are going to do another review, hooray! Today, on the Ramen Abyss, we are going to be doing... Oh, is that what that says? Carjen Otentiq? Are they going for authentic with that shit? Otentiq? I don't know. That could just be speculation on my part. If they are trying to do like a portmanteau there, boo. Boo! We need a rim shot. Okay, this is the cheesy curry instant noodle, right? Is that interesting or what? And you see how they avoid the S on the cheese? You know, just so they don't get caught up in any legalese, like, you know, they're actually putting any actual cheese in there, because cheese is expensive, you know? They want to skirt that line, you know, between actually having a definition of it. One that could be, you know, held down by any sort of legal standing. Okay, so, Quick and Hearty Meals by Carjen. Let's talk about this package for a second. I don't even know what to say. What is going on here? I mean, look at this stuff. There's so many things. On top of that ramen, you got like 2 blocks of cheese. You got like, what is that, a crouton or something? 2 whole big-ass shrimp. Those gotta be like fucking, you know... What are they? What are the big ones? 12 tens? I can't remember. That's how many you get per pound, and like really, really big ones are like you get 10 of them per pound, you know? And those things are looking mighty, mighty big. There's an egg on there. There's like scallions, a whole bunch of stuff. And way down there in the corner, you can kind of see the ramen poking out underneath the packaging. I guess that's the... Ooh, what is this? STI? The lettering is like comically small on this shit, you guys. I don't know if my eyes are good enough to read it. I'll have to look up that logo. See if we can get it to focus. You can sort of see it out. STI. It's got these tiny little letters above and below that are way too small for me to read. It might be too small for anybody to read, but it might just be my bad eyes. But yeah, check out the ramen down there, you guys. It's like, help me! I can't breathe! Okay, so there's the composition of the bowl, right? You don't get any of that. So why is it so prominently featured? Also, look at this backdrop here. Are you guys seeing this? What is that? The Ponderosa Ranch? Why the fuck do we have just like this picture of a house back there? It's just a house. Yeah, it's got some nice green rolling backgrounds. I mean, if you lived there, you know, you'd be jizzing your pants every 5 minutes at how happy you'd be, I guess. But this is like, what the fuck am I looking at? You know? This packaging is the most confused shit I ever did see. If that really is the suggested serving, to have 2 great big old blocks of Swiss cheese and like, it looks like a crouton of some kind. It's got like green beans on there. What is that, eggplant? Shit, I think I see like peanut shells and shit. This is bonkers. Whatever is going on there, you're not gonna do that with this ramen. And down there in the ramen itself, I see like slices of red pepper. If those aren't present in this, I'm gonna be a little angry. But also, if there are like slices of red pepper, I would assume it would be a little spicy. So if you are somebody who didn't like spice and you happened upon this, it might just ruin your day, you know? Shoot, there are some people I know who really, really can't handle spice, and it really does literally ruin their day, you know? So we gotta be honest about this packaging here. It's terrible. We're giving a 0 for the packaging, you know? It's only a 2 though, so if the rest of the experience blows me away, then it's gonna be all gravy. I don't know though. Like, in my mind, cheese and curry are kind of diverging flavors. Don't you guys think? Like, when I sit down and I think curry, I'm like, so that's what curry tastes like. What's the last thing I want in there? I don't know, how about some Swiss fucking cheese? Like, Swiss in particular has very powerful flavors, so I don't know. We're getting off on a rant here. We gotta get, you know, going fairly soon. The boys are gonna be expecting us to film, so can't be sitting here blabbering on about ramen all day. We'll be right back. Or wait, oh, sodium. Hold on, before we do stop rambling, I can say that I do like the cooking instructions on this and how things are laid out. Like, whoever put the back of the package together, they knew what they were doing. But you can see right there, it is over your daily amount of sodium in this one little package. And it is listed as a serving, so don't take in any more salt. Like, don't even eat this whole thing in the course of a day is what this thing is saying if you want to try to be healthy. Boy, Carjen, you needed to think twice before you package this. But that is the worst offender of sodium that we've seen yet on the show, I believe. Like, they've all come in under your daily amount of sodium, so you can be like, okay, I had that ramen, eat no more salt. You know, we're having, like, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and we're watching the sodium level on the peanut butter and stuff, too. Because it's like, there's salt in everything. How are you really going to dodge, like, not having 8% of your amount of salt in a meal when you've already had 93% of it? It's like, it's crazy. And this is really jumping the shark here, you guys. This is really bad. So, yeah, I guess we can kind of be happy that we're, you know, hitting this one out of the lineup, because we don't need this kind of salt again. But yeah, that's pretty bad. 25.57. So I think we're done knocking the package and the sodium. So far, this is a terrible experience we're having, and we've gotten very low points. And we're probably we probably have to put that sodium level, like, we have to give it some demerits somewhere else in the point lineup, because that is like really bad. I normally wouldn't detract from the point scoring for that kind of thing, but man, yeah, okay. Here's the new rule, everybody. If we exceed 2,300 grams of salt, there is a point deducted for sodium. Since sodium is a category, it might as well carry some fucking weight. There we go, everybody. Bing! -1. Okie doke. That's about all we got left on that packaging and the sodium. So we're gonna go ahead, cook this up, see what it's like during the process, and we gotta see all the goodies on the inside. This feels like a very thick package. I'm guessing even though we've lost some points, we might get some bonus points in the end. So let's check that out. See you then. To the pot! Okay, everybody, we're back, and oh boy, do we have stories. This is insane. Let's get you a little look at the old ramen here. Oh, what an experience this looks like. There we go. So, what do we have to say about this ramen, you guys? Okay, so we opened it, and there was several little packets in there, 3 of them. Super tiny little actual flavor packet. And then there was a big one that was like Kiju cheese or something like that. I'm like, that's an interesting thing. We're gonna have to look that up to see the cultural relevance. Open that up, put it in the soup. This is fucking Kraft mac and cheese powder, baby. And you know someone got hungry enough for that one day, you know? It's like, I had several boxes of the blue Kraft mac and cheese. And I had to use the noodles elsewhere, or I had to, like, you know, they got damaged, but I still had the cheese packet, and I had some ramen one day, you know, and people have done that. I've witnessed it, you know. They're just like, there was ramen and nothing else in the house, you know, just like little bits of condiment that you can dig out of the couch cushions and shit, and you're trying to put it in there, see if anything will, like, break up the monotony of the 24 pack of Maruchan chicken, you know. But yeah, that's we put the cheese powder in there, we put the curry powder, and there was extra chili flakes that are there for spice, and they were extra crunched up, which is that's a good move. I really like that, because they disperse themselves into the soup better, and if you're just working with like regular chili flakes that you put on pizza, you know, they don't really do that so much. So was not too pleased about the smell of the noodles when I put the noodles into the water. That could be my imagination, but like these are the smaller kind of noodles. They are sort of the style of noodle of like the more inexpensive ones. We're gonna have to check the price on this ramen. We got a lot of different offenses happening here. Oh boy. So it's editing time, everybody, and we're sitting here, and yeah, we have to finally do the part where we find the price, and lo and behold, we have to do like a shit ton of tracking shit down and finding out where I can find these products. Turns out that Carjen is mainly sold in Malaysia, where they sell things in a Malaysian ringgit, and a 4-pack, or excuse me, what is this? Yeah, this 1 pack of Carjen noodles that I was able to find a price for. I think I reviewed this one too, so thank goodness. Thank goodness we have the price for this fucker. But we're going to be rating these products as though they were priced similarly, because don't ask me to track down the specific price of this exact flavor. I'll go bonkers. I'll go crazy. I think it is probably the same amount, roughly. Let's hope. So 490 Malaysian ringgits comes out to about $1.17. So let's go ahead and take that as the price, and be thankful that we got anything at all. Jesus, it took so long. I was looking at individual Malaysian grocers and their weekly flyers to see if I could catch one on sale or something. It was bullshit. Alright. Okay. We're done. But yeah, what else is to say? We can see little bits of the chili flakes floating on top. Again, that's really great for presentation. I love that. The smell of the curry and the cheese powder together once they were boiling was like, I still don't know how it's going to appeal to me, but it might. It might. We haven't dug in just yet. I don't have any chopsticks today. That's why I brought the fork, I guess. I'm gonna go clean my chopsticks. I gotta buy some actual, like, good chopsticks. I like the big ones, though. The ones that you have at the pho houses. Not the little ones. Powerful flavors. Powerful flavors we got going on here. Decent heat. I don't know what it would be like if I didn't add the hot flakes. And that is another caveat. We did kind of knock the packaging for not saying it was hot. Well, you know, they give you the hot stuff separately. If you don't want to add it, you don't have to. So even though we're still giving the packaging a 0, you know, good on you. Good on you. I see the legalese now. So nothing about this soup really upsets me. The noodles are pretty good. I like their texture. I can't taste anything off about them because, like, for the most part, the rest of the soup is just hammering me in the mouth. The cheese and the curry, you can definitely still taste that it's curry in there. Very, very flavorful of pepper. This is the red curry, so I'm guessing it's like the red curry flavor that's really like hitting home here. That comes out on top over everything. But under that, I get a lot of salt. I don't know how much like dairy I'm getting out of this, or cheese for that matter. Let's have another bite here. As you're eating it, the first thing that you do taste is kind of a cheesy sort of thing. Like a spicy nacho cheese kind of thing. But almost as if somebody left the burner on a little too long. I don't know if any of y'all have worked with like one of those machines that pumps out the nacho cheese like at a convenience store or something. But yeah. There's a burner underneath it that keeps us warm, and if it doesn't get like stirred often enough, or if it's too low, that shit just starts burning. And this is kind of on the verge of that. You know, it's like nacho cheese. That's just been, you know, it's a little long in the tooth in there, and you gotta get a new can in. So, how do we feel about these things? Again, salt is like fucking outrageous here. I am getting that we are experiencing a lot of salt, and this isn't even using the same amount of water as one of my other kind of favorite sort of soups. Like most of the soups that I get will ask for 500 milliliters, but this one's asking for 400 milliliters, and again, it has over 100% of your daily value of salt. So it's like, wow. We're gonna be chalking that one up to the broth. It's like too salty. So we might have to take some points away from the broth on that one. The noodle here is pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm gonna say that this is like exceedingly better than a Maruchan sort of ramen. Definitely not as good as like a Samyang kind of noodle. But those are different styles of noodles. I'm just trying to think here. There are other ramens I've had that have been similar to these. Kind of like Sapporo Ichiban, but a little less. A little less than Sapporo Ichiban. Is that like a 6? I think it could be. Maybe I want to give it a 5. Because I would consider the Sapporo Ichiban's a 6. But hey, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's definitely not upsetting me in any way. And again, there's no off flavor about the noodles that I can speak of. They're just adding to this really overpowering cheese curry experience. More like curry cheese, you know, curry with a hint of cheese. That's what it needs to be sold as. Not curry with 8 ounces of fucking Swiss on top of it. That's just ridiculous. So, the broth, everybody. The broth, I like it, but it's a confusing mess. And super salty. I can see people wanting to replicate this flavor if they were into it. But would this be the best path to that? I don't know. I'll have to see what other kind of things that are like cheesy curry on the market. I know I've had a Paldo cheese ramen in the past, and that one was interesting. We might have to, delve into that market a little bit, see what else is available. Let's try a sip of the broth itself before we give any determinations. I'm not so sure I'm really hating on it just yet, because now that the flavors are all combined in there, it does taste pretty good. Mostly a red curry. Is it all the salt I love? Is that why? So yeah, really good flavor. Actually, even with all of the really just irresponsible use of salt here, I think I might have to give this broth a 6. It's pretty freaking good. It's pretty freaking good, you guys. I wonder if the noodles are actually throwing me off here. Let's have another taste of the noodles now that we've had the broth by itself. It's weird. It's almost like having something in there with it. It reminds you of how much saltier the broth is, because when you just have the broth by itself, it's like really delectable. But yeah, when I have the noodles, I can clearly taste. It's like, wow, this is way too salty. Oh my god. But I gotta give that broth a 6, even with all of the detriments against it. And I am counting points against it. I want to give it a 7, but we just can't. There's just too many flagrant abuses of power here. But I think that this broth is really nice, and I'm going to finish up my tofu with it. Bonus... excuse me. Bonus category. We had 3 separate packs. We had the curry, we had the extra spice, and we had the cheese packet. A soup isn't a soup without some kind of flavoring, so we have to count that against probably the curry. And the cheese is present. It's present here. If there was any more cheese in that packet, it might have been a completely different experience altogether. But this is the experience that we're having, and I'm kind of good with it. So yeah, let's give the bonus points 2 on that one, and we'll just assume that they knew what they were doing on the ratios. So there you have it, everybody. That is the review of the Carjen Otentiq or something like that. Oh my God! Would you shut up? It was an interesting soiree into the world of cheesy curry type of ramens, and I can't say that I didn't enjoy it. It's just a little shocking at 1, the sodium levels, and 2, like how these things kind of came together. So who knows? It may really grow on us in the future. But for now, I think these are suitable ratings for this product. And I would give it a shot, just like, I don't know, share it. Get all those things that showed you on the front cover and just pile it on top of half of a serving of this soup. And share it with somebody else, and you'll probably have a really nice time. But otherwise, you're just gonna be a bloated boy with all that salt. So, or girl. So anyways, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. We will catch you next time. We have lots of tofu in the fridge, and we gotta get these ramen episodes pumping out. So stay tuned, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching, everybody, and an even bigger thanks goes out to the people still supporting me on Patreon. You guys are amazing, and I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for continuing your support. It really motivates me to keep me going. Also, remember to catch me on Twitch every day except Tuesdays and Saturdays, 5 to 10 p.m. I play loads of Binding of Isaac and Jackbox and other things too. Hope to see you there.